Good morning, students, and a warm welcome. Students, in this chapter number 5, Education. In the part 1, we have studied primary, secondary, higher secondary education, and the Kotari Commission and the different functioning, isn't it? In the part 1, all this we had studied. So today we will study part 2, pages 25 to 27. Okay, children, do you know what is NCERT? What is NEP 1986 and 2020 NEP? What is curriculum and use of satellite IGNOU? Okay, so all these points we will cover in this part 2. So I want everyone to open your history textbook to page number 25. Let's begin. Okay, what can you see here? It is written NCERT. So what is the full form of NCERT? The National Council of Educational Research and Training. So here you can see NCERT textbooks. So these textbooks are for CBSE boards. So it is designed for Central Board of Secondary Education. It has played a central role in designing school curriculum and textbooks. So we will study in detail what is NCERT. The full form of NCERT is National Council of Educational Research and Training. So let's begin with this new subunit NCERT. Okay, NCERT. It was established in Delhi on the 1st of September 1961. So when was NCERT established? On 1st of September 1961 in Delhi. Now, everything has objective. So the objective of NCERT is to help the central government. So CBSE comes under central government in matters of school education, implementing educational schemes. The NCERT was given the responsibility of educational research and development training, extension educational program, restructuring of school curriculum and textbooks. So all these CBSE board, all the things were included. It has played a central role in designing school curriculum and textbook with the cooperation of the Central Board of Secondary Education, so CBSE. The full form is CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education. So you can see in this board, the national NCERT plays a very vital role. Why? For developing and training the programs and school curriculum. Okay? All these things in designing school curriculum and textbooks. So here you can see it provides guidance and cooperation in the area of primary and secondary education to the state governments. So it provides guidance, okay, for primary as well as secondary education to the state governments. Okay, keep in mind, state governments. It has been involved in designing workbooks and handbooks for teachers in teacher training, in developing teaching learning techniques and conducting talent search examination at the national level. So very easy points, you can just keep in mind all these points. So you can see it is giving guidance and cooperation to which education? Primary and secondary education of the state government. And also for teachers training courses and developing teaching learning technique, okay, designing books and handbooks for teachers. All these things are included in NCERT. SCRTs were established in all states on the lines of the NCERT. So here you can see the STRT was established in all the states on the lines of the NCERT. Okay, do you know what is the full form of SCRT? The full form of SCRT is State Council of Educational Research and Training. Okay, the full form of SCRT. And NCRT, National Council of Educational Research and Training. Okay, let us study about what is MSCRT. The full form is the Maharashtra State Council of Educational Research and Training. So this is for the Maharashtra state. And it was established in Pune. Now let us see few functions of what MSCRT does. First function is improving the standard of primary education. Next, in-service training of teachers. Training in the areas of syllabus and evaluation. Vocational guidance. Now what is vocational guidance? Now after 10th and after 12th exams, what do you want to do? Okay, if you're confused and you want to take guidance, so vocational guidance are given in this MCRT. So in future, what plans you want, okay, in which area you want to go, what course you want to do, all this you can do. It brings out a periodical called Jeevan Shikshan, very important. So all these functions, very easy functions, you can remember, are of MSCERT, that is the Maharashtra State Council of Educational Research and Training, and it was established in Pune. Wow, I hope children, this you would have seen from classes from 1st to 8th class, isn't it? In your previous standard, that was in standard 8. You must have seen this picture. What is written here? Bal Bharti. The name only suggests it is Bal Bharti for small children, for small kids. So here you can see few pictures of English Bal Bharti textbook. Okay, different classes are given. Okay, so it is for standard classes 1 to 8, and the recommendations is given by the Kothari Commission. We have already studied in part 1 the recommendations of the Kothari Commission. So all these includes in Bal Bharti. So now let us study in detail what is Bal Bharti. So now you have got a concept. Bal Bharti, it is a textbook for classes 1 to 8. Okay. The Maharashtra State Bureau of Textbook Production and Curriculum Research, that is Bal Bharti, was established in Pune on 27th of January 1964. Okay, what does Bal Bharti does? The Bal Bharti prepares textbook for school children. Textbooks are made in 8 languages: Marathi, Hindi, English, Urdu, Kannada, Sindhi, Gujarati and Telugu. Kishore, a monthly magazine for children, is also published by Bal Bharti. So children, you can spare a time and just check in the internet the Kishore monthly magazine for children, which is published by Bal Bharti. Okay, this is Sarva Shikshan Abhiyan, education for all. So this Bal Bharti is very important. Okay, it prepares textbook in 8 languages for children. Okay, let's move on to next point. Here you can see National Education Policy. What do you mean by National Education Policy? Just take a minute and think, what does National Education Policy means to you? You can see the pictures and just guess what is given here. Okay, here you can see 2 pictures. So it is a policy formulated by the Government of India to promote education amongst India's people. The policy covers elementary education to colleges in both rural and urban India. So here you can see government is collaborating with all the things, okay, amongst people of India. Why? To enhance good education, good knowledge, use of various methods of teaching learning process. So all this comes under national education policy. Okay, and do you know who is the India's first minister of India? We have already studied Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. So let's study about what is National Education Policy 1986. So we'll study about the policy in the year 1986. According to this policy, certain changes of a fundamental nature were brought about in primary, secondary, and higher secondary education in keeping with the changing needs of society. So, what does this policy do? A common co-curriculum was framed for all the states. All the students in India will get equal educational opportunities, whether in rural or urban, whatever, but everyone will get equal opportunity. There is a scope in the national curriculum for individual states to bring in flexibility in accordance with their cultural, geographical, and historical needs. So the primary education curriculum 1988 was prepared on the basis of the plan of action designed at the national level for the effective implementation of the National Policy on Education 1986. So here you can see why it is done to bring a fundamental change. Okay, the needs of the society, all these things are kept in mind. Okay, and a core curriculum is framed and equal opportunities are given. And it includes the cultural, geographical, and historical needs. Okay, there's a scope in the national curriculum. Now, what is competency-based primary education curriculum 1995? Okay, this curriculum, the primary education curriculum 1988 was implemented. A committee was formed at the national level with Dr. R.H. Dave as its chairman to determine minimum levels of learning. Okay, so there must be minimum levels of learning. It was found by Dr. R.H. Dave. Okay, it included languages, mathematics, environmental studies up to standard 5th. So up to classes 5th we have languages English, Marathi, Hindi, okay, and then mathematics and environmental studies. It showed the sequence of learning competencies meant for each class. So children, you may also know if we begin of any lesson, okay, if we begin in, we'll see in the textbook beginning, we will get few objectives, okay. Take any lesson, any unit, you will get certain learning competencies. So at the end of the lesson, you will know this many things, this many learning competencies, okay, at the minimum level of learning. So all these things are included in competency based primary education curriculum 1995. And these objectives are very, very important for us. Now, here you can see a picture. There are two pictures here. Just observe what can you see here. Here you can see a satellite, and right side you can see there is teaching in screen, use of screen, LED screen. So what is satellite? A satellite is an object in space around a bigger object. So here you can see satellite dish, your school, okay, the use of satellite. They are sharing all the lectures, okay, whatever is going in the school. Okay, in some places in rural areas, they don't have all these kinds of things. So satellite, we will see what are the uses of satellite. Okay, let's start. In 1975, India used a satellite for the purpose of education. Eknath Chitnis, a scientist with ISRO, played an important role in it. SITE, the full form is Satellite Instructional Television Experiment, was undertaken for educational purposes under the leadership of the Space Applications Center at Ahmedabad. The concept of satellite education. So children, this is very important. This education is satellite education. Came out of this experiment. So the America helped India in this program. The program helped to make various provisions for a good standard of education in rural areas. See, I told you children, in rural areas you can see. Okay, this all things helped especially for the rural areas so that they can also get education through programs. Okay, the use of satellite instructional television experiment, the satellite education. So this is a new concept which is very important and brought a drastic change. So the millions of illiterate people, children in remote areas, okay, could have access to education as a satellite to long distance learning. Okay, it is the world's first dedicated education satellite according to ISRO. The full form is Indian Space Research Organization. Okay, now let's study what is IGNOU. The full form is Indira Gandhi National Open University. This Open University was established with the objective that the stream of education should make its way into every average household of the country. The United Nations had declared 1970 as the International Educational Year. In the same year, a seminar was organized in New Delhi on the subject of Open University by the Government of India, Departments of Education and Social Welfare, Information and Broadcasting, University Grants Commission along with UNESCO. The idea of establishing an open university involved in this seminar. So children, what do you mean by open university? Just think. Okay, it is also known as distance education. So in this university, it has open supported learning or distance education. In 1974, the government appointed a committee under the chairmanship of P. Partha Sarathi, and the Open University took shape on 20 September 1985. In accordance with this recommendation and suggestions, it was named after Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Those who are unable to get a college education, children, this is very important point, please just mark this. Those who are unable to get a college education in the formal way, okay, how you all are going regularly, so some are not getting. So they are given concession in eligibility criteria, age and other conditions for admission to this university. That is the Open University. In 1990, the IGNOU started an audio-visual distance education program through Akashvani and Doordarshan. So all these audio-visual were used. You can see what are the means: Akashvani and Doordarshan. So through the radio and TV, Doordarshan, all these things were used. Audio, visual, all the information, teaching, learning were given through this. It conducted more than 1,000 curriculums of various branches, provided facilities for education through 58 training centers in the country and 41 centers in foreign countries. The Yashwantrao Chavan Maharashtra Mukta Vidyapeeth, that is YCMMV, that is the Yashwantrao Chavan Maharashtra Mukta Vidyapeeth, was established in Nasik in the year 1989. So children, here we conclude. We studied today about what is NCERT, the National Education Policy 1986, the different curriculum, use of satellite, and IGNOU. So here's a quick homework for you. You will write few points on NCERT, SCERT and MSCERT. You can find more information on the internet. Please do fill the Google form and answer the questions. Thank you, students, and have a great day. God bless you all.